Hello, my name is Sarah and I am a science journalism student. So I'm going to tell you about a very interesting plant that blossomed in my garden this weekend. It's actually the plant that got me interested in science journalism in the first place. I thought I'd put up a little picture and share with you guys what's so interesting about these. Okay, so this is a type of succulent called a Stapelia. So Stapelia are native to South Africa, and what they're known for are producing a blossom called a carrion flower. And these carrion flowers are textured and made to resemble rotting flesh, and they actually attract flies by emitting this horrible stench like rotting meat, and the flies will come and pollinate it. The one in my garden kind of looks like a dead sea star just lying over my plant. Pretty cool looking. So these plants are actually what got me interested in science journalism. A little over a year ago, I was studying at Berkeley City College up in the East Bay. I was in a physical geography class, and physical geography is kind of like an earth science, and a lot of students in the course had kind of like me signed up thinking, oh, it's geography, like maps and countries, like this is going to be an easy class. And it was not what anyone was expecting. It was a really difficult course, and the teacher was this really strict, intimidating Russian woman. A lot of students weren't doing well in the course, but I found that I was really interested in what we were studying. Biogeography was really interesting, and I just absolutely loved biology and ecology. My professor noticed that I was really interested in everything that we were doing, so she actually invited me to tag along with her lab class to the UC Berkeley Botanical Gardens on a field trip. So I wasn't in her lab class, but I really wanted to go. So I showed up, and I'm with all these students who have an assignment that they're supposed to be doing. I'm just there like running around the gardens like, oh my god, look at, oh, this is so cool. Oh my god, check this out. The best part of that field trip was I walked into this greenhouse and there was just this huge plant, and I recognized it immediately because I had done some research on them before and I was really interested in them. It's called the corpse flower. And it is a huge, huge plant that when it blossoms, it emits this horrible stench. It smells like a rotting human carcass, apparently, and it only blossoms every so many years. It was so exciting to see this thing in real life up close, and it just kind of hit me. I want to tell people how interesting stuff like this is. And so after that field trip, and I saw corpse flower in person and was just amazed in general by the natural world, my professor was telling me, you know, I know you're an English major, but you should really consider switching to biology, or at least picking up a double major. And by that point, I mean, I was sold. I was so ready to start studying science. So I heard that Nature magazine, which is like the most prestigious science journal, was holding a job conference in San Francisco, which is just a train ride away from the East Bay. So I decided that I wanted to see and meet scientists who are working in science writing up close and talk to people who knew what they were doing. And so I hop on a train and I put on like a blazer and I just went over to this conference to try to meet professionals in the field, you know, and interview them and see what their careers were like. So I show up at this conference and it's in like this nice building in the city. I show up in like jeans, not dressed up as much as I could be, and I'm sitting there with all these like people who are like way older than me, and they're like in suits, pencil skirts, nice dresses and things, and I'm there in jeans, and I start to panic. Should I not go inside? Like, this is way more legit and professional than I realized. I started panicking, and I made myself go inside, and I just decided to go through with it. It was such an interesting experience. First of all, I realized that everyone there was either a graduate student or had finished their PhD. So these were all students who were looking for careers and everything. And I'm there, like, this is my first semester in college. Like, I was a freshman at City College. These people were like PhDs from Berkeley. I was terrified. So people started asking me like, oh, so like what's your dissertation on and things like that. And I'm just like, oh yes, I'm an ecology student from UC Berkeley. Yeah, that's what I am. And it was such BS, but I was just like trying to fit in, and I yeah, I just kind of feigned my way through the whole experience. There was one guy who figured it out. He was like, hey, you know, like, you seem kind of young. And I was like, well, I'll let you in on the secret. Like, I'm a freshman from the city college in the East Bay. And he's just like, oh my god, good for you, like, being here. And it ended up being a fantastic experience. The keynote speakers were fantastic. And overall, the experience made me realize that this is what I want to do, and I've started taking it more seriously. This is something I'm interested in, and this is something that I want to pursue. I never felt like I could pursue it because I'm a humanities student, I'm an English major. I didn't feel like I belonged in STEM. So I spent the next year, all the way up till now, working really hard to get myself involved in the STEM fields and to learn what science writing is like and to learn more about journalism itself. To go from that freshman at City College BSing her way through a nature jobs conference to a couple weeks ago, the New York Academy of Sciences flew me out to New York to receive an award in their Next Scholars Mentorship program. And that was so exciting to be recognized for the work that I'm doing now and to be, yes, like, I am pursuing STEM. And when I came home, I made the decision that I was going to commit to a double major in biology, and I picked up some lab classes for the fall and some math, and we'll see how that goes. And overall, it's really exciting to know that I've grown so much just in that past year. And it was all because I went on a field trip and saw this big flower that smells like a dead corpse, and to me that's really exciting and interesting, and stuff like that is why science is so amazing, and that's why we should all care about it. So when my little succulent bloomed in my garden and produced this really weird looking flower that smells like a dead animal, it was just kind of a reminder of, like, yeah, this is why I do what I do. Like, this is just the coolest thing ever to me. Welcome to my channel. I'll be producing videos now and then about cool science stuff, and you can follow me on Instagram. I'm gonna get a little blog going. If you took the time to watch this video, like, wow, I'm really flattered that you would do that, and it really means a lot to me, so thanks. I clearly need a cup of coffee, so thank you for watching my video.